Partnerships are like a spark. When the right one ignites, they can set your growth on fire. Whether you're building a business, growing your personal brand, or cooking up your next big idea, collaborations have the power to flip the script and take you to the next level. Today, we're breaking down how teaming up with the right people can expand your reach, your boost, and your credibility, and also create magic you can't achieve on your own. So, right, if you're ready to stop going at it alone and starting creating those win-win vibes, you're in the right place. Let's do this. I'm Jarod Lehn, founder of Socialtopia, and this is Fit for Business, episode 56. Yeah, so welcome to today's episode where I'm trying to break down the magic of partnerships and why collaborations are essentially game changers for growth. Here's what I'm going to be covering on this episode. Why collaborations matter, right? So we're going to kick things off by exploring why partnerships are really so impactful for your brand, for your business. I'm going to share the concept about 1 + 1 = 3, where the sum of a great collaboration is so much more than its parts. Learn how brands, businesses, and influencers really create exponential growth by joining forces, right? And discover how collaborations open doors to new audiences and untapped opportunities. The second part, types of strategic collaborations. I'm going to break down the different ways partnerships can take shape, whether it's B2B power plays, influencer driver campaigns that build trust, or surprising mashups like Taco Bell and Forever 21. Yes, that happened, if you don't remember. We'll show you how different types of collabs can deliver epic results. Next, the benefits of collaboration. What's in it for you? Wink, wink. I'm going to dig into how partnerships essentially can help expand your reach, boost your credibility, and save you time and money, right? From creating new ideas to splitting marketing efforts, you're really going to see why collaborations are about working smarter, not harder. Next, how do we identify the right partner? Not every collaboration is a good fit, right? I want to guide you on how to find the perfect partner by aligning goals, values, and audiences. Plus, we'll share tips spotting red flags and ensuring your partnerships are built on a mutual benefit, right? Next, crafting a win-win collab, right? Once you've found the one, right, it's time to make it work. I want to share strategies that can hopefully set clear expectations on both ends, define roles, and keep that communication flowing. Because the best partnership, they don't happen by accident. Let's get inspired by real-world success stories, right? From Nike and Apple creating wearable innovation to from Netflix and Starbucks blending entertainment with coffee culture. These examples really show how the right partnership can really create unforgettable experiences. So next, potential pitfalls, how to avoid them when these collaborations aren't all sunshines and rainbows. There are pitfalls to dodge. I want to discuss common mistakes like mismatched goals or poor communication and really teach you how to avoid them with proper planning and teamwork. And then lastly, where we're headed, the future of collaborations. So I kind of want to close out by, looking ahead from what we're doing today with micro influencers, creating a niche, magic to AI tools, simplifying partnership logistics. We can explore, how these trends shape the future of collaborations and, essentially how you guys can stay ahead of the curve. For me, what hopefully you guys will get by the end of this episode is you'll have kind of a clear roadmap for finding, crafting, and thriving in these partnerships or collaborations that can help elevate your growth to new heights. You guys ready? All right. So why do collaborations matter, guys? Let's take a closer look at why partnerships really hold so much weight, so much power, right? Imagine two brands coming together, each one with their own loyal audience and unique strengths. By teaming up, they're not just doubling their potential, they're creating something entirely new and bigger than the sum of their own or individual efforts. That is the magic of a collab, my friends. It's really not just about sharing resources or splitting the responsibilities. It's about unlocking entirely new opportunities that neither could achieve on their own. Think about it like combining two halves of a puzzle together. They create a picture that's complete, compelling, and far more valuable, right? Like I said earlier, take the concept 1 plus 1 equals 3. It doesn't, but hear me out. The math may not add up in a literal sense, but in the world of partnerships, that's how great collaborations work. So by blending expertise, audiences, and ideas, the value extends far beyond what the partnership contributes individually, right? Consider like a well-crafted film. Directors, writers, and actors all bring their own piece to the table, right? But if their combined efforts, that create a masterpiece, essentially. That same dynamic applies to business collaborations, right? That we're talking about here, where two entities join forces to really deliver an innovation or expand their reach in ways that they couldn't do it alone. And that is what makes it even more exciting, is how these partnerships unlock new audiences, right? Get you into new markets. When two businesses align, they're not only speaking, to their own base, but they're also gaining exposure to each other's fan base now. And that's a win-win. It's really like a mutual introduction to untapped markets and potentially, customers who likely wouldn't have or discover them otherwise. And this doesn't just apply to brands, influencers, and creators thrive on that principle too. When they pool their platforms, they bring fresh perspectives to their followers, sparking new engagement and adding layers and layers of credibilities, right? Partnerships are really the ultimate win-win, like I keep saying, offering ways to connect, grow, and essentially just innovate across the board. Let's talk about the types of strategic collaborations, right? Not all collabs look the same. And honestly, they shouldn't. That is the beauty of a partnership or partnerships. They come in so many different shapes and sizes, and they're really tailored to the unique goals of those that are involved, right? Take business to business, or better known as B2B collaborations, for instance. And these types of powerhouses pairing often involve companies teaming up to create co-branded campaigns or bundled products that benefit both parties, right? So I mentioned something before, but let's talk about think about Spotify and Uber. They partnered up a while ago, right? When riders suddenly heard the option to control the music during their trip. It wasn't just convenience. It was a stronger connection between the two brands, leveraging each other's strengths for a seamless customer experience. Think about that. Then there's the magic of influencer collaborations, right? Influencers bring the authenticity and trust to the table, which is invaluable in today's crowded digital space, right? So when a brand and an influencer, they join forces for the first time, it's not just about visibility, it's about credibility, right? I'm talking about a brand partnering up with an influencer that is credible. Let's talk about that. Credibility. Picture a fitness influencer pairing with an up and coming activewear line, right? Now, that brand gets introduced to a community that trusts that influencer, right? They trust this influencer. They're well known. While the influencer gains meaningful content now to share back with their followers. So that mutual kind of boost amplifies both voices in a way that traditional ads simply can't and won't, of course. And we can't expect those unexpected kind of cross-industry collaborations that make you a double take, like the unforgettable, as I mentioned before, Taco Bell and Forever 21 team up. You know, who would have thought, guys? Who would have thought that fast food and fashion could create buzz together? I didn't. Maybe you did. Yet that quirky partnership led to a clothing inspired by Taco Bell's bold branding, and it worked by sparking curiosity and engagement, right? These unpredictable pairings remind us that sometimes the most innovative collaborations come from thinking way outside the box, right? Whether it's those powerhouse brands that we just mentioned, or these trusted influencers, or seemingly mismatched industries. The potential for strategic partnership is endless, and always, to me, I find it exciting. I don't know about you. Let's talk about the benefits of collaborations. Collaborations are all about gaining access to basically spaces you couldn't reach on your own. Imagine being introduced to someone else's trusted audience, right? They already know, they already like them, and they respect that partnership. So their recommendation carries like a serious weight. It's like being at a party where your friend essentially vouches for you, right? Suddenly, everyone's more interested in what you have to say, right? Or if you run a business and you have a client that loves you, you do great work for them, they recommend you to the people in their industry. That's going to hold a lot more weight, right? Partnerships really allow us to tap into these new networks, build relationships with untapped markets, and significantly broaden your reach without really having to pave the way from scratch, right? But the benefits just don't stop there. Collaborations also elevate your credibility when you align with someone recognized and respected in your space. Their reputation lends a boost to yours. Think about a small tech startup partnering with a leading software company for a branded project. By association, that startup gains instant validation in the eyes of potential customers or investors. It's the same reason influencers partner with brands, right? That they bring a layer of trust to the partnership, making the collaboration a more powerful tool to win hearts and wallets, right? On top of all that, collaborations are just smart business. If you hear Gary Vee talk about it all the fucking time, right? He usually knows what he's talking about. I don't ever disagree with that man. Is he right all the time? No. But in this case, he's been shouting it from the top of his lungs for years. And hopefully, I'm sure there's people that listen to him. So hopefully, there's a takeaway for you for this episode. Sharing responsibilities can lighten the load, right? Whether it's splitting marketing costs, you're pooling creative resources, or you're tackling innovation as a team. Why spend time reinventing the wheel, right, when a partner's strengths can really complement yours, right? So, my wheels are spinning in my head. Picture two small businesses teaming up for a holiday campaign, right? The holidays just passed. One handles product, the other handles design, and together they create something fresh and exciting. With less stress and more shared success, partnerships prove that working together isn't just productive, it's profitable. How do you guys go about identifying the right partner, right? Choosing the right partner for collaboration is like finding the perfect teammate. You need someone who complements your strengths and shares your vision. First and foremost, shared values are essential. If your partner doesn't align with your core principles or your brand, things can get a little hairy and unravel fast. Think about it this way. If one of you is all about sustainability and the other has questionable practices, this could mismatch and could hurt both your reputations, right? Aligning on goals is just as crucial. If one partner is focused on short term sales while the other is aiming for long term brand growth, the collaboration can feel scattered and ineffective. Clear intentions create a foundation for success. Audience alignment is another game changer. You need to ask yourself, does this partner, right, audience overlap or complement mine? A perfect partnership feels intuitive because both parties are basically speaking to the audiences who will actually care about that collaboration, right? You have a health food brand partnering with a fitness influencer. Seamlessly, that connects, right, with an audience that likely already values the product. Relevance, right, and credibility also play into that. Your partner should bring something into the table as well that strengthens the collab, whether it's expertise, trust, or fresh ideas. You want to look for partners who elevate your offering, not ones who compete with it or dilute it. Of course, not every potential partnership is a good one. That's why it's important to watch for these red flags, right? So, one, does the partner have a history of failed collaborations? Are their values and messaging inconsistent, right? Are they expecting all the benefits without giving back equally? Mutual benefit is key. Both sides have to gain something valuable, or resentment can set in. Partnerships only thrive when they're built on trust, open communication, and fairness. So, this is where this comes in. By being selective about who you collaborate with, you can set yourself up for success and make sure the magic you're creating, it's the real deal. Crafting a win-win collab. Now you've identified your ideal partner. It's time to set the groundwork. A successful collab begins with a clear and measurable objective or objectives, right? What do both parties want to achieve? Is it increased brand visibility, higher sales, or maybe co-creating something innovative? Setting these goals up front ensures everyone is on the same page and prevents misunderstanding, right? For example, if one brand views the collaboration as a branding opportunity, while the other expects direct sales, you might hit a roadblock. Clarity, right, from the outset lets you build a roadmap, right, that works for both people, both parties, right? Next, it's really crucial to define the roles and responsibilities of the set collab. Think of a collaboration like a project, right? You need to know who's doing what, right? Will one partner handle the content creation while the other leads marketing? Or is one party responsible for logistics and the other one is customer engagement? You got to lay it all out there so there's no confusion or missed deadlines or misalignment. So here's a good example. It might be two brands teaming up for a product launch, right? One oversees the product design while the other focuses on promotional events. Without clear accountability, even the best idea feels short. Finally, communication is a glue that holds everything together, right? Keep those channels wide open, right? Regular check-ins, transparent updates, and honest feedback are going to create an environment where both parties feel heard and respected. It's just not about avoiding conflicts. It's about fostering a true partnership where ideas can evolve organically, right? So picture a collaborative campaign where both teams are, I don't know, consistently sharing progress and adapting to challenges in real time. These results are not just a successful project, but hopefully they're going to, stand for a continued stronger relationship in the future. Win-win collabs just don't happen. They're built with intention, effort, and trust. Successful examples in action, right? Some collaborations are so good they become the stuff of legends, showcasing what's possible when powerhouse come together to create something truly unique. So I said it earlier. Take Nike and Apple, for example. Right? When they teamed up to integrate fitness tracking, right, technology into a wearable device, they brought innovation to a whole nother level, right? Think about that. The partnership paired Nike's sports expertise with Apple's tech-savvy brilliance, providing users with tools to track their performance while seamlessly syncing with their everyday gadgets, right? This wasn't just a product, it was a lifestyle upgrade, and it completely reshaped how people approach fitness. Stand out alone. I love it. All right, so here's another one. I talked about it before. Another one was Netflix and Starbucks, the perfect blend of entertainment and culture, right? So if you remember when Netflix partnered with Starbucks to launch coffee shops inspired by their hit shows, they really they decided to create a real life experience audiences could immerse themselves in, right? Imagine sipping a latte in a cafe that feels like stepping onto a set of your favorite show. It wasn't about selling coffee or streaming video. It was just sparking joy and creating memories in unexpected ways. That's priceless. That collab blurred the line between fiction and reality, right? Proving the power of engaging with customers on a whole nother level, a whole nother atmosphere, right? What makes these partnerships truly inspiring is how they go above and beyond what's traditional or expected, offering a little extra, right? It's not just about combining forces for bigger profits. It's about thinking creatively and delivering value in ways that are going to resonate genuinely, right? So whether it's through groundbreaking technology or unforgettable brand experiences, these collaborations show when two creative visions align, magic happens, right? They're more than just partnerships. They're moments of brilliance that can really redefine what both brands stand for. All right, potential pitfalls. How can we avoid them, right? When collaborating can bring incredible rewards, but let's be real, when things go wrong, they can really go wrong, right? One major pitfall is misaligned goals. If both parties, both people, both brands aren't aiming for the same outcome, I think that partnership feels more like a tug of war, right, than a teamwork effort, right? For example, if one brand is chasing viral buzz while the other is building long-term loyalty, I think they're going to set themselves up for disappointment. And what's the fix? Spending time upfront defining your collective why. What do you both want out of this? Focusing on the shared goals can ensure you're working towards a common vision, not really pulling in opposite directions, right? Another partnership killer is weak follow through, right? It's one thing to agree and an exciting concept, right? But when execution is there, the collabs could fall apart. I've seen it happen. Maybe one partner gets distracted with other priorities, or worse, doesn't deliver what they promised. This can tank not only the project, but also the trust between the collaborators themselves, right? How can you dodge this trap? Set clear responsibilities and define deadlines from the start. Who's doing what and by when? These regular check-ins can keep you both accountable and help identify any roadblocks before they spiral out of control. Finally, there's the dreaded fizzle, the buzz that's hot one moment, but quickly fades because the collaboration, they didn't really fully connect with their audience, right? I've seen that happen a lot. This is when there's no clear plan, right, on how to sustain interest beyond the launch day. I think there's a way to avoid this by crafting a rollout strategy that can build excitement over time and keeps people talking, right? It could be through teasers, behind the scenes moments, or follow-up content that adds value. Collabs, success, it's not just about avoiding pitfalls. It's really about consistently showing up and delivering on the promise you made to your audience, hands down. All right, let's talk about the future of collaborations. This is what I think. The future of collabs is brighter than ever, right? And it's being shaped by some incredible trends that we're seeing. One standout, the rise of micro influencers. These aren't the mega famous with millions of followers. They're relatable voices, though, with smaller, highly engaged audiences. Brands nowadays on TikTok, right? They are teaming up with these influencers to tap into niche communities and foster authentic connections, right? It's no longer about reaching the masses. It's about resonating with the right people. So imagine a local fitness coach partnering with a health brand to promote wellness products, right? Their followers trust them, and that trust now turns into more impactful meaningfulness for the brand. Another game changer in the role is AI in simplifying partnerships. AI-driven tools making it easier than ever to find the perfect match, right? Whether it's identifying compatible brands or really analyzing audience overlaps, right? These guys can predict trends, optimize campaigns, and even automate tedious processes like scheduling of performance tracking, right? Think about how much time and guesswork that saves. Businesses aligned can focus less on logistics and more on building and creative strategies and campaigns. AI, hands down, is turning collaboration into a science, giving everyone from startups to global brands a level playing field to create, let's call it magic. And, to me, what's more exciting is that we're only scratching the surface, right? These trends, for me, they're not just the beginning of a more collaborative era where creativity, innovation, and the connections flourish. The tools that we have at our fingertips, guys, and opportunities keep expanding, allowing us to be able to, dream bigger and push boundaries together, right? So whether you're brainstorming with a single influencer or leveraging cutting edge tech for a multi-brand campaign, I think the possibilities here are endless, right? The real question, though, is, right, are you ready to step into this future and take collaborations to the next level? It's time to dream big, think bold, and make it happen. Collaborations are the secret ingredient not enough people talk about, right? Whether you struck gold with one or feel like you're ready to take the first step, just remember, it's the intention and the alignment that make it work. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm always so grateful for you, our incredible listeners. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this episode with someone you think could use a collab glow up. Right? And guys, don't forget, you can catch last week's episode. Just click the bottom right corner if you missed it. And if you want to learn more about Socialtopia, go ahead and check out our website. And guys, if you want to learn more about Socialtopia, go ahead and check out our website. The link is in the description below. See you next time.